embrace unique.
At Spencer & King Fine Jewelry Studio, we embrace unique.
A type of necklace, maybe. It's a bunch of different colors.
And since we do everything in-house, we can make any dream come true.
Make it kind of look like a rainbow.
Embrace unique.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
At Spencer & King Fine Jewelry Studio. Design or shop now at morgantownjeweler.com.
It's Spencer and King, yeah, it's fine jewelry.
At Spencer & King Fine Jewelry Studio, we embrace unique.
A type of necklace, maybe. It's a bunch of different colors.
And since we do everything in-house, we can make any dream come true.
Make it kind of look like a rainbow.
Embrace unique.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
At Spencer, we make jewelry for every moment.
Well, sometimes it's for like an engagement ring or marriage. Sometimes it's for a special occasion. Jewelry is perfect for gifts.
Spencer & King Fine Jewelry Studio.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
Design or shop now at morgantownjeweler.com.
It's
At Spencer & King Fine Jewelry Studio, we embrace unique.
A type of necklace, maybe. It's a bunch of different colors.
And since we do everything in-house, we can make any dream come true.
Make it kind of look like a rainbow.
Embrace unique.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
At Spencer & King Fine Jewelry Studio. Design or shop now at morgantownjeweler.com.
It's
At Spencer & King Fine Jewelry Studio, we embrace unique.
A type of necklace, maybe. It's a bunch of different colors.
And since we do everything in-house, we can make any dream come true.
Make it kind of look like a rainbow.
Embrace unique.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
At Spencer & King Fine Jewelry Studio, we embrace unique.
A type of necklace, maybe. It's a bunch of different colors.
And since we do everything in-house, we can make any dream come true.
Make it kind of look like a rainbow.
Embrace unique.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
At Spencer & King Fine Jewelry Studio, we embrace unique.
A type of necklace, maybe. It's a bunch of different colors.
And since we do everything in-house, we can make any dream come true.
Make it kind of look like a rainbow.
Embrace unique.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
We make jewelry for every moment.
Well, sometimes it's for like an engagement ring or marriage. Sometimes it's for a special occasion. Jewelry is perfect for gifts.
Spencer & King Fine Jewelry Studio.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
Design or shop now at morgantownjeweler.com.
It's Spencer and King, yeah, it's fine jewelry.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Maybe some of you are watching in the evening. I don't know, but right now it is 12:30 in the afternoon. And I am hanging out at my bench at Spencer & King Fine Jewelry Studio. And I am repurposing jewelry. I am recycling gold. I am reusing gemstones and diamonds. I am designing and I'm having fun. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. Don't mind me, I'm just fitting some silver fittings. I'm working on my bench pin. I know it looks like a random wood that's kind of sticking out from my bench, and that's exactly what it is. A piece of wood. So good morning, good afternoon. Good to see people out there in the middle of winter. We're hanging out here in the shop, in the studio, and we're making pieces. And last week, when you all tuned in to see what I was working on at the bench, I had some pieces of jewelry that you know, we just weren't using anymore. We had a silver pin. We had a big pendant. We had, you know, a bunch of stuff that we were kind of not using anymore. We had that onyx ring. Okay, and so we were taking those pieces, and I was coming up with some designs that could repurpose and reuse those pieces of jewelry that we weren't using anymore. And so I've been working on that. And jewelry making can be a slow process. You know, sometimes it just takes a while to, you know, sit here and sand and file, and it's very kind of monotonous. And sometimes it goes quickly. And so I wanted to share with you a little bit of what I've started working on with that piece. And so you can take a look and see what we did. All right, so this is what I have right now. And this started off a lot different from this big three-dimensional form, which now sits on my wrist. And it took a lot of fire and a lot of hammering. So if you want to take a look, we could take a look at what I did. We started off with just a flat sheet of silver. Started off with a flat sheet of silver, and I don't know if, there we go. So that was just a big 8-inch long, 3-inch wide piece of silver. And then after it was flat, I had to bend it around with hammers. So I used a lot of these, and I used one of these to get the inside. So this can hammer on the outside, and this one can hammer on the inside of the bracelet. So I did a lot of hammering, which I think I don't have the. I'm going to grab something. All right. So this is what I was hammering on. This really big, huge piece of wood. And so to get the shape of my bracelet, I was hammering on the inside and rotating and hammering, you know, flipping, getting the other side, hammer, 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 until I got my nice rounded shape. You can see it sits in there pretty nicely. Okay, so we used that. And after that, I had to do some of the melting. So I put it onto my solder board here, which spins, and that's a lot of fun. And I set it up on these little stilts. So I think we have another picture over there of just the hammered silver sitting on some stilts. And so that's so that I can melt the top and the bottom all at the same time. So when I had this sitting up on those stilts, this way, then I could use my torch, and I could melt along the top, melt along the bottom, you know, get all in there and sink this metal down into itself. So that I created this pretty intense, molten, melted edge, which after polished is going to be so smooth and beautiful and chunky. It's pretty cool. So I think I have a picture of before I brass brushed it up when I started melting things down. I think there's one of those on there. Oh, there's a flat sheet again. Then we've got the bending it round. Bending it round. And then after we bent it round, then we started melting, which I know we've got something on there. Maybe, maybe not. Well, that's okay. Anywho, we melted all of those down, and then I had to put the metal into a acid bath, actually, to remove all of the fire scale and all of the blackening that was on it. And then I took a brass brush and I brushed that and got all of that situated. So that's what I have so far on this piece. And I also started making the bezel for my gemstone here. Okay, so eventually this piece, this gemstone, will end up going here, right? And what I decided to do, this is why sometimes the process goes a little bit slower, is I decided that this could really use a nice double bezel. So I like setting gemstones in gold just because it is in general more durable over time. Whether I was going to use yellow gold or white gold, I mean, in this case, I used yellow gold because that's what we were mainly repurposing. But I need to make my bezel taller so that the bottom of my stone, as you can kind of see here, let's see here, there we go. You can see that the bottom of the stone is sticking out, right? And that's obviously going to be uncomfortable. So to raise it up, part of the original design was here. We've got over here. Part of the original design was to have this up on stilts. Well, I could do stilts, or I could raise it up with some silver. So that's what I'm going to end up doing there. I'm going to raise this up, put it in a nice big double bezel, still set it in gold so that it's nice and durable. But then I will create this nice double bezel, give it a little bit more meat, if you will. So that'll be pretty cool. After that, you know, I've got my garnet that I was going to set onto it. You know, I've got this garnet that I was going to put on. I've got those little flush set diamonds. I'm going to play around with the surface of what that's actually going to look like. I'm probably going to, you know, add some different markings to it. I was taking a look at, you know, adding some stripes, possibly an inlay. So we'll see where that goes. Okay, but that's still it's a work in progress. I'm also thinking about putting a hinge on the bottom here. I was talking with one of the other designers here, and she was suggesting, hey, you know, this is a big piece. Maybe it would do better with a hinge. So, I mean, I could add a hinge right here, add a pin to the top as the closure, so it would kind of be hidden within the molten. You wouldn't even see it, you know, going right through maybe the double bezel. So that could be pretty cool. You know, right now it fits just an average size hand and wrist. It is essentially adjustable though. This can pull open. Okay, got it. This does pull open, and you know, if you did need to squeeze it tighter, you can. So, you know, the silver is right now, it's very malleable and relatively easy to move, which is one of the cool things about silver. So anyway, I'm going to leave that for now. And what I'd like to do is take a look at what I am going to be designing next. So what are we designing next? Okay, I'm going to put these to the side and let's take a look at what we have next. All right, so we have a Smokey quartz ring. And let's see here. This one, Smokey topaz. Is it topaz? Topaz. It was originally $850. It is a size 6.5. If anyone needs this, say something now, or forever hold your peace, because it's about to be melted. Let's get that empty. Can we get that? Yeah, there we go. So it's pretty cool ring. You know, it's decent size on the finger. It's in a pretty little vintage setting. It's got, you know, pretty little side details. See if we can get that to focus. Thinking about focusing. All right, and then we've got some prong setting, and it's, you know, it's pretty. I like that brown stone, you know, nice and neutral, wear it with anything. All right, and then the other piece that we have is, let me bring this up and then focus. There we go. Okay, so this is a white gold cluster and diamond ring. This one, let me see here. This is a 1/2 carat total weight of diamonds, 14 karat white gold, originally $1,000. So both of these were 60% off during the week, and they're still 60% off right now until I cut them apart, and then you can't buy them anymore because they won't exist in this form. So I'm going to take these apart. And so what I do first, because what we do here at Spencer and Keem Fine Jewelry Studio is we repurpose what you have to turn it into something that you love. All right. That is one of the main things that we do here. That's the whole reason that we exist, is because as, you know, as a designer, yes, I can sit and I went through and I have my bachelor's degree in jewelry design and metalsmithing, and I could design for days. You know, if you send me on a trip and I fill my brain with all sorts of inspiration, you know, sure, give me a little bit of a direction and I can design for days. But what I really like to do is I like to design for you. And so I love it when you bring me your jewelry, you bring me what you have that maybe you've inherited, and you want to turn it into something that you would actually wear. I love doing that. I think it's so cool. And in that way, what I'm doing is I am reinterpreting someone else's design. I just have the ability to pull it out of your head. So I love doing that. But since I get to be the designer and I have these two pieces, my design challenge was to take those two pieces and come up with a new design. And so this is what I'm working on so far. I have my Smokey Quartz. That's this marquee shape gemstone right here. And then inside of this ring, I have 9 1.5 millimeter square princess cut diamonds. And I have 32 1.2 millimeter round brilliant cut diamonds. Okay, we've got nice quality on the diamonds. They're pretty sparkly. So, you know, let's reuse them. Let's put them into something brand new and see what we can do. So this is what I've come up with so far. I have this big bar pendant. These, I decided, okay, maybe I could bezel set the princess diamonds. I've got the marquee here in the middle, and this is kind of just a little, it makes it almost into an eye shape. It's like, it's almost, I feel like it's very Egyptian, this one. I feel like it has like a very Egyptian sort of style going on. But it's, you know, that's a pretty big piece. This is realistically sized, you know, on my chest here. Let's see here, this long. I mean, that's a decent sized piece. Now, if you're a bigger person, then, you know, that could be the piece for you. Let's see here. This one over here. So my daughter, Cora, she liked this one because she said that this looked like a caterpillar crawling up the side of a flower. I was like, oh, that's so cute. I mean, that's kind of cool. It's a very artsy way to look at things. So same thing. We've got our marquee right here. I have the square set here. Probably, I don't know if they'd be irregular like that. It does almost make it look like a caterpillar. And then we've got all the round diamonds kind of set up in this swirl going around the side. My daughter Eleanor likes this one. The baby. The baby likes this one. I guess she just likes symmetry a lot. So she likes that one. My other jewelry designer, she loves this one. And of course I love this one too, because the two of us are just like, we're just like drawn to Art Nouveau style, repoussé, where all of these pieces would be bumped out and three-dimensional. But I also have to realize that not everybody is into that, so I got to reel myself back in. Let's see here. This one, I've got kind of like an asymmetrical design. It's kind of a play on this one up here, but I curved it and rotated it so it hangs this direction instead of horizontal. So I've got the square princesses along a line over here, the round brilliance going this direction, another line to play off of this one holding in the marquee. Okay, and then the last one I have is this design, which I don't know. I'm kind of partial to this one myself. I don't know if anyone has any thoughts out there about what they like, what they don't like, but you know, I kind of liked this one. Felt a little playful, although this kind of mimics the style of what I had a couple weeks ago with the round pendant, with the flush set diamonds and the opal and the sapphire, and those would kind of pair together nicely. So I don't know. I think we could go any of those directions. I have to decide somehow. In the meantime, I do need to take these things apart, and at the very least, I've got to turn them into something that we can use. So let's do that. So this ring, I've got the prongs. I can easily open up those prongs with either clippers, or I have this prong lifter. Okay, and I can use either one to get those prongs open. Sometimes, now this one, the prongs are a bit worn, and so because they're a little worn, it's actually a little easier to get it with this guy. All right, and we've got them. We've got our nice Smokey quartz out there. Okay, and then now this mounting, this was created, it looks like, in two pieces. We've got the base, the shank, and then we've got the setting. There's a little bit of solder on that, but it's really not too bad. All right, now this ring, a lot of people want us to repurpose their white gold, and white gold is actually a little bit more difficult to repurpose. The reason is because most white gold is rhodium plated. Rhodium plating is the bright white coating that you see on most white gold jewelry. Let me try and get that to focus on this. Anyway, it's really, really bright white. If I look at, let me find a piece. Okay, so if I put these up next to each other, and if we can get it, it's thinking about focusing. It wants to do it. It really does. Okay, well, you can see a color difference either way. So this one on the right has been rhodium plated, and this one on the left doesn't have any rhodium plating on it. It's the natural color of white gold. And you can probably see that color difference there. Okay, and whenever you are repurposing white gold, it cannot have any rhodium on it. So that's kind of the problem with this piece. Now I can definitely take out all of the diamonds. That's relatively easy enough to do. Still gonna take a minute to take all of those out. But with repurposing the rest of it, there's a whole bunch of nooks and crannies and places that I just won't be able to get that rhodium out of. And so I won't be able to recycle that exact gold without sending it to the refiner where they would separate everything out, and then we'd be able to use it. So what I will be able to use is the main shank area. So if I start with that, I can remove the rhodium by just simply sanding it away. I'm actually going to go back to my other bench pin before I try to remove all those diamonds. So I can remove this rhodium and bring it back, bring the white gold back to its normal color. And then I'll be able to repurpose, at the very least, that part. So again, this is my bench pin. Some people want to know what I have here. This is my bench pin. This is my sanding stick. I have 400 grit sandpaper on my sanding stick. This other one, this is 1,000 grit. Keep a couple different grits on hand. In this case, you know, I'm not trying to smooth anything out. I'm just trying to quickly remove the rhodium. So on this ring, there's, you know, an inside space in here too. Let's see here. I've got all sorts of little fun bits over here. Look at these. I've got there's all sorts of fun things. Look at all those. That's just like a quarter of what I have. Because you never know what you need. All right. So I've removed the rhodium from the part of the shank that I can definitely remove it. Okay, and then we're just going to cut the bottom part of that shank off for melting. I just get that little piece, that's it. All right, now I've got, yeah, I mean, there's just a whole bunch of rhodium all in there. And if I don't remove it, so the rhodium, if I melt this right now and pour it into a mold, what happens is the rhodium actually, it creates a hole down the center of the ingot that I'm pouring. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know the chemistry behind that, but I'm assuming it has to do with, you know, the melting points of the metal, the densities of the metal. And so if you try to pour those two together, they do not mix. The rhodium also makes the white gold very brittle. And so I can't use that. But I definitely have this little tiny piece. Aw, it's so cute. This little tiny piece that I have that I can repurpose. And then I can definitely melt all of that. And then let's see here, I've got my Smokey quartz, and then I've got diamond removal. So sometimes people will bring us pieces that have lots and lots of little diamonds like this guy. Okay, you can see, let's see here, focus, it's thinking about it, it wants to do it. Does it want to do it? Can it do it? We don't know. We've got a whole bunch of little teeny diamonds on here, and people want to reuse these, which is great, but sometimes they don't realize how much time goes into actually taking those little teeny diamonds out. So I'm kind of glad that we're doing this so that you can see that going through and trying to open up every single little prong here. And oh, by the way, making sure that I don't lose any little diamonds. I mean, it's a thing. There's a lot going on here. All right, so pull all those back. Let's see if we can get a couple of those. All right. Okay, we got out 3. We've got 29 more to go. All right. So sometimes when people wonder, why is there a stone removal fee? Well, there is a stone removal fee because, I have to make sure that I get all of your diamonds out without chipping them, right? Because the diamonds would all of a sudden become useless if they were all chipped and broken, which, some people think that diamonds are completely indestructible, but they're not. You can crush a diamond. You can definitely break diamonds. You can chip diamonds. You just can't very easily scratch them. All right, I've got 5 diamonds out. 5. I don't know how long that took me, but I doubt that you all want to sit here and watch me remove the diamonds. So I'm not going to make you sit through that. Maybe I should take like a hyperlapse video and show you later, so that you can see how long it takes to get all of the diamonds out. Oh my goodness, yes, it takes a minute. It does, but it's worth it in the end, because then we have all of these fun diamonds to play with, and everybody loves playing with diamonds. So I'm not going to make you sit through me taking all of those diamonds out, because it'll take a while. But any comments? What does anyone think? What do we think? Does anyone have any thoughts or questions about any of these designs going on here? We've got the Eiffel Tower over here. We've got the Egyptian queen pendant. We've got the caterpillar. We've got the, this is the moon goddess. I just made that up. But that's the moon goddess pendant. Okay. No thoughts? I don't know. I have a hard time picking a favorite. I keep on getting drawn to this one. I don't know. Maybe I just want to make a trip to Paris. Maybe that's my problem. I just want to go and hang out and not eat cheese. Just not eat cheese in Paris, because I can't do that. Bottom right. Bottom right. Is that this one? Is that this one? I don't know if that's is that the left or the right? I'm not sure. We've got these 2 on the bottom. I don't know. Oh, this one then. This one? Elizabeth, I think I've got, bottom right. So I'm trying to think of which way. This is my left. So yeah, that's got to be on the right. So yes, this one. Okay. Yeah, I like that one too. It's kind of like It's an eye that way, but it's not an eye that way. Yeah. So, and it's asymmetrical. And I have these guys in little bezels. I think that one would be pretty cool. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Either that one or that one. All right. All right. Well, maybe you won, Elizabeth. Maybe you won by helping me decide. Maybe. All right. Well, for now, I am going to say goodbye. Like I said, I am not going to make you sit through watching me painstakingly take out every single little diamond in this ring. But I am going to do it. It's going to happen. They're all going to come out. I'm going to shoot a little video of me doing it. And the video is going to be ridiculously long for how fast it's going to take. So thank you all for tuning in. And as always, the pieces that we have next week, we're going to be melting more, because that's the purpose of what we're doing now. This is what we're going to be putting on sale this week. We have this really awesome jade ring that is 14 karat yellow gold and size 7. Right now it's $750, so it'll be 60% off of that. So I think that's $300. And then this ring, normally $3,000, on sale for $1,200. We have this very awesome, let me see if we can get that to focus. Please do it. Oh, just thinking about it. Anyway, I think, what size is this? 8.5, 14 karat yellow, 1 karat total weight of beautiful baguette diamonds. Pretty cool. Beautiful piece. Men's ring, ladies' ring, whoever's wearing it, it could be your ring. So these are the two pieces that are going to be on sale this week, and this week only, because next week I am going to take them apart and I'm going to melt them and I'm going to make them into something cool. So in the meantime, if you need them, DM us, call the store, send us a message, send me an email, pick up the phone, and let us know. And that's all I've got for us today at Spencer and Keene. Thank you all for joining us. It was lovely seeing you, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.
At Spencer and Keene Fine Jewelry Studio, we embrace unique.
A type of necklace, maybe. It's a bunch of different colors.
And since we do everything in-house, we can make any dream come true.
Make it kind of look like a rainbow.
Embrace unique.
My mom makes beautiful jewelry.
At Spencer and Keene Fine Jewelry Studio. Design or shop now at morgantownjeweler.com.
It's Spencer and Keene, yeah, it's